Day. 153, Rockville Montgomery Swim Club, Evan Mackesy. 157, Sandpipers of Nevada, Gabriel Mantufel. 158, New Wave Swim Team, Matthew Marsteiner. 159, New Wave Swim Team, Sam Marsteiner. 163, Nation's Capital Swim Club, Paul Mullen. 165, Rockville Montgomery Swim Club, Alex Wynn. 169, Greensboro Community YMCA, Owen Nye. 170, Long Island Aquatic Club, Patrick O'Hagan. 212, Fort Collins Area Swim Team, Brennan O'Neill. 174, North Carolina Aquatic Club, Connor Peck. 181, New Wave Swim Team, Jackson Scheiber. 182, Egg Harbor Township Seahawks, Charles Schreiner. 183, Sarasota Sharks, Toby Schwenk. 185, Team Santa Monica Aquatics, Alan Shaban. 186, Asphalt Green Unified Aquatics, Oliver Shao. 187, Rockville Montgomery Swim Club, Liam Sheeran. 188, Sarasota Tsunami Swim Team, Henry Schumacher. 189, Long Island Aquatic Club, Will Siegel. 190, Episcopal Amberjacks, Brody Singley. 191, Team Santa Monica Aquatics, Harrison Smith. 192, American Energy Swim Club, Max Spory. 193, Bluefish Swim Club, David Steinbrick. 197, Saluki Swim Club, Maddox Thompson. 198, Team Santa Monica Aquatics, Zach Tower. 205, Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Luke Whitlock. 208, Rockville Montgomery Swim Club, Cooper Zachar Chemney. And 209, representing Club Wolverine, Philip Zavarankov. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your competitors in the Junior National Open Water 7.5K event. All right, women's competitors, you're up next. Please be on call here for athlete introductions. And now introducing your competitors for the 2023 USA Swimming Junior National Open Water 7.5K. First up, wearing 407, representing Steel City Aquatics, Maddie Berg. 419, Coronado Swim Team Elite, Tatiana Dorestein. 476, Sandpipers of Nevada, Applejean Gwynn. 430, Golden West Swim Club, Kai Izquierdo. 431, Hickory Willow Swim Association, Sasha Jansakova. 433 from Rise Aquatics, Bryn Clake. 437, Long Island Aquatic Club, Sarah Larson. 438, Greenwich YWCA Dolphin Swim Team, Penny Lazar. 439, Swim-Mac, Carolina, Charlotte LePage. 445, Sarasota Sharks, Lully Milbaum. 446, Bowl School Sharks, Olivia Moore. 448, Crimson Aquatics, Hazel Mohideen. 449, Swim-Mac, Clark Neese. 451, Area Tallahassee Aquatic Club, Cher Patrick. 453, Corvallis Aquatic Team, Lucy Reinhardt. 455, Sandpipers of Nevada, Sienna Savarda. 456, Lake Oswego Swim Club, Cassidy Schneider. 459, Treasure Coast Aquatics, Bryn Stoneberg. 460, Sarasota Tsunami Swim Team, Natalia Strezaniski. 461, Charter Oak Aquatic Club, Lila Strober. 462, Nova of Virginia, Claire Stolmacher. 464, Unattached, Aubrey Tuthill. 469, Rockville Montgomery Swim Club, Maria Webb. 470, Sandpipers of Nevada, Claire Weinstein. 475, South Florida Aquatic Club, Izzy Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, those are the athletes in the women's 7.5K Junior National Open Water Championship. Mike, I know you're now out on the boat for this event. Instead, we're giving shore coverage here, but we have two different age groups. We had 16, 17-year-olds competing in the 5K yesterday, or correction, 14, 15-year-olds competing in the 5K yesterday, and this is a 16, 17-year-old event for the Junior National Open Water Champs. So a whole new batch of athletes today competing, and what might we be looking for here as these athletes sort of get their bearings on lap number one?
Well, similar to the 10K, we're going to see a lot more pacing in a distance like this. And this is sort of an intermediary distance that the FINA had added to sort of help people step into the 10K at the senior level. And so there are going to be a lot of similar type of patterns and tactics that we saw during the 10K race. One of the things, however, because again, for some of these swimmers, this may be their first or one of their early open water swims, so there's going to be a lot of learning going on. So right now, it will be interesting to see, okay, who takes the lead, and if they are in that lead position, can they sustain? That is oftentimes one of the things that inexperienced swimmers will do when you don't have a lot of open water swims under your belt. You may take it out too fast, you're feeling too good, you got too excited. That's one of the things you have to control, is you've got to keep it together, keep your composure, not only in terms of your pace, but in terms of kind of how you're behaving in the pack. As we said, you don't want to get that yellow card and, of course, the red card. But, yeah, those are some of the things we're going to be seeing. It'll be fun to watch how it plans out. Of course, in the women's race, we'll be looking at Claire Weinstein, who is in this event at 7.5K. The winner, of course, being named to the junior national team, and they'll be going off to some European events with the national team. So there are things at stake here, and it'll be definitely exciting to see. We'll also keep an eye out and see how people feed. We may see people feeding early and on this first lap, which we didn't see many people do in the 10K, but that remains to be seen. But that's some of the things you can expect in this race, Michael.
Well, we're getting a nice sight here of our lead pack of men. They are swimming pretty far to the inside, obviously not taking a feed here on lap number 1. And Mike, I'm assuming these guys, they're going to want to feed. Would athletes here be thinking about 2 or 3 feeds here, or maybe just the 1 on a 7.5K?
You could definitely get away with 1 feed in this race. You can get away with 1 feed in a 10K. So likely we would see most of them take 1. However, again, being that they're younger, they may opt to take a couple of feeds. Definitely, most likely on lap 1. Don't see anybody truly pulling off right here. I'm down here at the end next to the feed station. And yeah, I'm not seeing anybody pulling off in this direction. I just talked to a couple coaches. They're not expecting anybody to take a feed. But I will give you an update here in just a second as they pass by.
Mike, we can see a number of swimmers now breaking off. Not your lead pack swimmers, but right behind them. Good chunk coming in towards the feed station. It looks like a couple of them then veering away, heading back out. Maybe skipping the feed, but it looks like about 4 swimmers out in front, stroke for stroke. There's a couple red caps there, and it looks like a white cap and a pink cap. Lead pack.
That's correct, Michael. We've had about 4 swimmers come in and take feeds. Notably, Team Santa Monica, they decided to take their feed early. And, that's a program that does a lot of experience with open water. That's where Jordan Wilimowski came out of that program. And there may be a strategy of play here. Take that feed now, then get back in on second lap when the majority of the field is likely to pull up. And in fact, I have to say that that's likely what's happening, because I'm seeing all of the Team Santa Monica swimmers take a feed on lap 1. It would certainly be advantageous if they are in the hunt at that lead pack and they're able to take that feed, not take the feed on lap 2, and then find themselves in a lead position. So that's likely what's happening. But I would say overall we had about 6 swimmers in lap 1 come off into the feed station.
We'll try to get a read for you on some of the numbers here. There's definitely a pink cap there leading the men's race as they complete the second length of lap number 1. 120 meters on the width here, and I think the length is pushed up to just over 800 meters for this 7.5K. And it should be Bucky Geddes of Texas Gold wearing 130 as your leader. So, Mike, we're starting to get a view now of our lead pack on the women's event, and it looked a little bit odd there with, I'm assuming that's Claire Weinstein in the green cap, your leader. We saw Claire in that green cap ahead of the race, that neon green, and they came out real wide there to start the second straightaway on lap number 1. Few athletes staying on the inside, and does it look like these lead swimmers are going to feed as well here on lap 1?
Yeah, this is kind of interesting to see. Claire's coming in. I see the Sandpiper coach is out with a feed stick. Claire, just like in the 10K, she's not in the lead position. She's just right there, but she's so relaxed right now. Definitely with a lot of energy, just easily, gracefully, almost like it's warming up at this stage in the game. Swimming as though she's warming up, but yet here she is right in one of the top positions. She's probably going to take this feed, and I'm betting that we're going to see an early break from Claire at some point, maybe as soon as this next cap. So, yeah, here comes Claire. Claire takes the feed. Her counterpart, who was in the lead with her, was a little bit more bad. Now, Claire, just so efficient. As we know, Claire has just tremendous experience. She was part of that 800 free relay in Budapest, the gold medal team, and she's just demonstrated such experience and proficiency, particularly at that 200-meter level. So she's taken she's at the range of being one of the world's most elite 200 freestylers, and here she is in a 7.5, and as she showed in the 10K, being an elite 10K swimmer. So that range is phenomenal. But yeah, Claire has taken her feed. She's right back in there. She's currently riding in the second position.
So we got some IDs here, at least from what I can tell. Together with Weinstein out in front, you've got Claire Stuhlmacher, 462, Nova of Virginia. She's got the dark green cap. Claire Weinstein, 470, and sort of the neon green. Then behind them, you've got 445, Lolly Milbaum, Sarasota Sharks, the 16-year-old in the yellow cap. And also wearing a yellow cap that's got ATAC on it. I'm guessing that's Area Tallahassee Aquatic Club's Cher Patrick, wearing 451. So, Mike, we've talked before about the sort of pack energy that some of these swimmers can rely on and take advantage of, and certainly it is a veteran move, right, to sort of hang with the pack. But as you get into, the sort of meat of this race now on lap 2 out of 4, and swimmers start to get isolated a bit, what's going through their heads, swimmers that are separated from the pack?
Well, when you get separated from the pack, that is definitely a tough place to be, particularly if you've been up in the lead. But really, I think what goes through a lot of the swimmers' head is, okay, just keep your head down, keep going. I will say, and I often say this, I've yet to say it this weekend, that every swimmer that's qualified for this event is an elite swimmer. I mean, they've competed and they've had qualifying times to get them here in the pool that are truly put them amongst the best and the best. But with that said, of course they come here and they want to win. But completing an event like this is in and of itself something to be proud of. But I was just talking with one of the coaches out here, and the other important part about this race and all the races for the younger kids particularly, but all of the swimmers, is you don't get the opportunity to get the reps in racing. If you're swimming a pool event, you've got a wide range of opportunities. But when it comes to open water, you don't have that same level. So just getting out here and getting reps in is what's key. So if you get dropped, that's, of course, it doesn't feel good. You've got to keep your head in the race. You've got to kind of stay to yourself and keep going. Maybe you've got some good songs you're singing to yourself out there. I know that I do that sometimes when I'm swimming, particularly in open water. But all that being said, there's no shame in being dropped, but it does take it on you, particularly if you were in a lead position. But if you put that in the right place and say, hey, this was a learning experience for me. If I went out too fast or I got too excited at the beginning part of the race, next time you come around, you kind of go, okay, I'm going to do that differently. So that's a little bit about what I think is going on out there.
So as our athletes here work through lap number 2 of 4 for the 7.5K, we are joined lakeside here by Ivan Puskovich, Team Santa Monica. Ivan, you had 2 fantastic showings here, first off in the 10K, then in the 5K this morning. Thanks for joining us, and feel free to let us know what's going on here with these swimmers.
Yeah, thanks for having me on the mic here. It's been a great time here in Florida. I'm just sitting here by the feed dock watching the 7.5K kind of go around, and I've been talking to some of the coaches here on the dock, on the shore, and kind of getting some insight into what the feeding strategies are and what the hydration tactics are going to be coming into play here. And there's a lot of interesting stuff, a lot of variety, a lot of different plans coming in. I think I do think that hydration and feeding is going to come into play heavily in this race. I mean, it's what is it, about 10:30 right now? I mean, as the time goes by, we've got probably another hour in this race. It's just going to be ticking up in temperature. I know for me, I mean, my race went off at 7:30 today, and I could definitely feel a substantial increase in temperature by the time I hit the finish. So I think that people who, if I had to, make an early prediction going on here, I think that, if people hit these first 2 feeds and get a solid amount of hydration, and it'll maybe make for a really good push at the finish for them with a little bit of energy that, if there's people skipping all the feeds or skipping some crucial ones here and there, I mean, it's a gamble with this heat. I mean, this air is just getting hot.
All right, that's some great insight there from Ivan Puskovich, who we saw earlier this morning in the 5K, also on Friday in the 10K event from Team Santa Monica. Ivan taking 5th place in the 10K on Friday. And the bronze medal this morning, that was Ivan Puskovich, Team Santa Monica. Thank you, Ivan, for the insight. And, again, just a fantastic setup here at Nathan Benderson Park. We've talked before about how dynamic the setup is, right? How static the setup is. We don't have the waves. We don't have a big current here. There's just a slight sort of surface current. That's a result of the wind. We had a pretty windy morning, but it seems like things have started to settle down a bit. And I think as we lose the wind, we get a little increase in air temperature, but still a pretty standard Florida day here, going to hit the sort of mid-80s. We were in the upper 60s at the start of the race, at the start of the morning. And, with this rowing course that we have, with the grid set up and the lanes established for the rowing competitions here, so far, it's just been an ideal setup for all the athletes here at Nathan Benderson Park and the USA Swimming Open Water Nationals. Early on in the men's race, through lap number 1, it was Bucky Geddes of Texas Gold taking the lead. And Geddes now, it appears, he's got that pink cap with the Texas Gold logo in the middle. It appears as though Geddes has opened up a nearly about 25-30 meter advantage over a Chase Pack here. As Geddes looking strong, though, setting himself up here with a fair amount of work here on lap number 2 of 4 as he is cutting through the water way out in front of the rest of this field.
Yeah, that was Bucky. Bucky looking real strong passing the feed station. In fact, it's looking right now like most of the swimmers, once again, are going to kind of pass through right here. So we'll see. Inevitably, that we will see lap 3 likely is where we're going to see a lot of feeds.
we can see now a much larger number of swimmers coming in for the feed, as to be expected here on lap 2. This is the men's event. They started first out of a 5-minute head start on the women here in the 7.5K Junior National Open Water Championship. Bucky Geddes in control, leading what looks to be about 6 to 7, maybe 8 swimmers there in that chase pack. And then you've got about 10 swimmers that are spread out, way all spread out, and pretty much on their own. Some of them coming off the feed, they'll look to swing in and rejoin that pack. So Geddes out of Texas Gold there in South Texas in the Austin area, Pflugerville and Georgetown, Texas. Could use a lot of rain down there. Lake Travis is pretty low, so, Bucky, he's been working his way up the charts here, advancing in the 1,500-meter freestyle at the sectional level, junior national level, continuing to have strong showings for Texas Gold. That chase pack, you got a swimmer now in a neon orange cap. Looks like he's trying to pull away, maybe join Geddes. You got another swimmer who has lost his cap, followed by a red cap, 2 blue caps, another pink cap, and a red cap there, finishing that up. We'll try and pick up some numbers here as they come into the turn. So taking a guess here, I think we've got a new leader on the men's event. I'm not quite sure if that is still Bucky Geddes out in front. It looked like we had that Texas Gold, that pink Geddes cap, back into the chase pack. But we definitely have a Sandpiper's cap there leading the chase pack. I believe that's Manteuffel. Gabriel Manteuffel wearing 157, the 16-year-old from Sandpipers. I think Schwenk is also up there. Toby Schwenk, the 17-year-old from the Sarasota Sharks. And that chase pack, potentially also Paul Mullen of Nation's Capital. I think I saw a 163 there. And the swimmer without a cap might be 170, Patrick O'Hagan, Long Island Aquatic Club. Certainly tough to make out here as these swimmers come through, but doing our best to keep you updated on the standings. So, Mike, I see you are out there on the feeding station, and is this it looks like our lead pack of women are coming around, and is that our leaders, Weinstein and Stuhlmacher, coming in again to the feeding station?
That is correct. Claire seems to be really kind of taking a hold of this race. And in fact, if anything, another strategy that sometimes a lead swimmer can employ is to actually slow the pace a bit. But we do see that the field is sort of bifurcated a bit. We have a group on the outside who are so as Claire comes in, she not only is extremely relaxed. Now look at that. So if you can see from the feed, or if you can see from the tower, Michael, see how easy it was for her to just sort of get back in there? Well, another thing that's indicative of where Claire's at right now. She rolled over on her back. She talked up to her coaching staff a little bit, giggled a bit. So Claire is really in a place right now where she's just nice at ease. You can just even see by her stroke rate, a bit slower than the two young women who are right along with her. But so she takes that feed, she slides right back in, no problem. And so it's going to be interesting to see if at some point relatively soon that Claire decides to sort of bust it out and then just take the race into her own. But she's now taken a feed on 2 consecutive laps, on lap 1 and 2. It'll be fun to watch and see how this transpires.
Well, and as you pointed out there, Mike, it looked like Claire took almost a perpendicular approach to rejoin the pack. It looked like she wasn't even concerned about maintaining a line towards the turn buoy, but just kind of made a right turn and went right back out into that pack. And like you said, very easily sort of rejoining the leaders there. And I believe we still have Michaela Mattis out in front together with Bryn Stoneberg.
Yeah, that's who I think it is as well, Michael. Going back to your comment about Claire, so just totally relaxed. I mean, just literally threw in 3 to 5 water and her. Yeah, this will be interesting to see. She's one to watch, and I suspect they might even be playing a keeping thing at a relatively contained pace. If she do that, then her fellow competitors, again, it's a lot of this is based upon experience. She's going to be able to just sort of control them and any potential breakaway they may think, because they may be looking at her and saying, "Oh wow, Claire's not going to do it. I'm going to sort of keep cool right now," and or even I feel pretty confident that I'm right here in the race with her at this stage. So definitely exciting to see how this one's going to play out.
And just a correction there, we saw Michaela Mattis this morning in the 5K, the national championship. Here in the junior national, I think that's 4:51. Cher Patrick of area Tallahassee Aquatic Club.
Katie. Hello? I'm open. Michael, that was open, you said? Yeah, it's kind of weird because it's not showing as open. Michael, one of the great things about these packs that follow as they are coming up here is these are sort of like races within the race, right? And so it gives them an opportunity to learn about certain race dynamics. If you're, again, early in open water swimming, you don't have a lot of experience, working with the pack, understanding pack dynamics is definitely a win that you take with you going. It may not be how you started this race in terms of wanting to come out here and win, just like every swimmer that got in the water today. But there's definitely something to be gained at any phase of this race for these swimmers, because every opportunity they get to do an open water swim just gets them a little bit deeper into the well of experience that they can draw upon in future years.
Well, we got some numbers here for you, some athletes identified on the women's course. Still that lead trio, Claire Weinstein, Sandpipers. I'm pretty sure that's Claire Stuhlmacher, Nova of Virginia Aquatics, 462, together with Cher Patrick, 451, Area Tallahassee Aquatic Club. Those being your top three, followed by 445, Lily Mulbaum, Sarasota Sharks, 476, Applejean Gwen, Sandpipers of Nevada. She's in that chase pack together with 475, Izzy Wilson, South Florida Aquatic Club, and 455, Sienna Savarda, also from the Sandpipers. No surprise there. So some measurements for you here as they get started. It's 3,760 meters at the start of lap number 3. This will take them into the halfway point. 56:40 once they finish lap number 3. So very important here. Both races now on their third of 4 laps, working into the second half of the race. On the men's side, we still see that long, drawn-out initial pack. That one swimmer way out in front. We supposed it was Geddes. We didn't quite get a clear read on the number on the previous turn, but it's still that one athlete way out in front, followed by, looks like 4 or 5 swimmers bunched together in a chase pack. Very few feeds here from the men's group as they pass by the feed station on lap number 3. And taking a look, we've got 2 pink caps out in front. We knew one of those was Bucky Geddes. And still trying to get a read here on your leader. All right, we've got it for you here. Your leader on the men's, 125, Ryan Arisman, Laker Swim, in that pink cap ahead of 130, Bucky Geddes. They are on their own way out in front there. Arisman leading by, I'd say, about 40 meters ahead of Bucky Geddes. Geddes about 15 to 20 meters ahead of your remaining sort of lead group there. And I believe it is Gabriel Mantufo, Sandpiper, is wearing 157. He's ahead of 205, Luke Whitlock, Fisher's Area Swimming Tigers, and 153, Evan Mackesy, Rockville Montgomery Swim Club. And 2 other swimmers there, one without a cap and one with a whitish colored cap there. Couldn't quite make out their numbers. But those are your lead men as they go into the 4th and final lap of this 7.5K race. And now it looks like we've got our lead women's pack making their way past the feeding station here on lap number 3. We had Claire Weinstein, one of the favorites in this race, wearing a bright green cap together with Claire Stolmacher, Nova of Virginia, a little bit darker green cap, 462. Lolly Milbaum, Sarasota Sharks, 445. And we'll try to get confirmations that those are the actual athletes here. We suspected them on the last time around. We were able to identify 445, 476, 475, and 455, all in that Chase pack. Also, Cher Patrick in the top 3 there, 451 from area Tallahassee. But some things still looking pretty interesting there in the women's race, with sort of 2 swimmers stroke for stroke, 2 swimmers beside them, 1 trailing, so sort of a lead group of 5, and then immediately behind that 5 you've got another set of 5 swimmers that are essentially in a line and swimming on their own. Test 1 2, testing test. Looks like we've got our men's finish coming into the final stretch. We saw Erisman, Laker swim, Ryan Erisman in 125 pull away on the second lap. Coming through the third lap, he had that big lead, and now things starting to tighten up behind Erisman. We saw Bucky Geddes for a long time in control. Looks like a couple other swimmers now coming up to challenge for second place here in the Junior National 7.5K. Just about 100 meters to go here. All signs point to Erisman taking the win for Laker Swim here in Florida. Erisman with 125, Bucky Geddes 130. Those were your two standouts early on.
Yeah, Erisman definitely crushing it in the last part of this race and taking it in full force into the finish with a commanding win. Very, very impressive. It's interesting to see we got there. As the rest of the field comes in, we've lost some of our cap. Yeah, so we're just working on getting our exact numbers here with some of the swimmers losing their caps, which is not uncommon. Really, as it goes on, it can get pretty warm in there. We started the day with the water temperature comparable in the upper 70s, low 80s range, and undoubtedly that surface temperature does increase over the course of the event. It's just been beautiful out here all weekend, very warm conditions, so not uncommon to see a doffing of the caps. Charlie Greenwood from Nations Capital top 5. Lots of happy celebrations out there on the beach.
Hey, Charlie.
Whitlock officially in the second position. Again, unofficially, we've got to, of course, wait until we get the final printout of results. But really have to give a whole lot of compliments to everybody out here competing today, particularly given that for several of these swimmers, this was their first major open water and potentially even their first open water event. They've all accomplished a lot in the pool just to get here. The qualifying standards are very steep and respectable, And so the fact that they're here shows what they've accomplished in the pool, and just making your way throughout this course and the lessons that can be learned. That's the great part about the addition of this 7.5K race is, as I said early on, it's a great stepping stone into the 10K. And FINA added this as a championship event with that pure intention of we need to get our younger swimmers experienced to the 10K distance, and we just sort of step them into there with this 7.5K. But a beautiful day of racing here. Coming through here, looks like a Team Santa Monica.
That's right, Mike. That's Zach Tower, Team Santa Monica.
Zach Tower, great swimming out there, finished really strong.
That's going to be Long Island Aquatic Club there, tagging the wall, looks like in the 160s. That's going to be Patrick O'Hagan, perhaps, 170, Long Island Aquatic Club.
We may have another Team Santa Monica swimmer coming in here. Team Santa Monica really distinguished itself as one of the top open water clubs in the United States. Of course, that's where Olympian and world champion Jordan Wilimowski is.
Right there, that's Jack Culberson, Cypress Fairbanks Swim Club with a red cap, getting the touch.
Oh, that's Fairbanks. But so I was at Team Santa Monica, great program for open water.
.163 there, perhaps. Paul Mullen, another Nation's Capital swimmer. Looks like we're rounding out the top 10 here in the men's 7.5K. Another fantastic showing as we'll try to dial in here and see what the women are bringing on their final lap.
Now you can pause. You got 4 of them, but they're kind of spread out. Good job, David! All right, you can pause for a second. All right, now you have a break.
Women's event has passed the final directional buoy. I think that boat number 6 is with the lead swimmers. That is Claire Weinstein, Sandpipers of Nevada, together with Claire Stuhlmacher, Nova of Virginia Aquatics, 462 in the darker green cap. But as we saw through the first 3 laps around here, Claire Weinstein really swimming a very controlled, methodical race coming out of the 10K on Friday, looking for a title here at the junior national level. And Weinstein just executing to perfection here. Looked so easy going through and now has opened up a lead that'll probably take her through the finish.
I'll talk to that. Yeah, very, very interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how far we're going to be able to get Claire's lead, how much that'll open up. But it's what we've expected from early in the race. In fact, it was that second lap where we noted that Claire was so relaxed and so at ease, joking with her coaches, made an easy just 3 to 5 kick return into the lead pack there. So definitely have fun racing here at the finish on the women's.
Well, and we can see it, Mike, even here into the final, 250 meters, Claire still looks to have a pretty relaxed stroke rate. Really doesn't look like she's working all that hard.
Yeah, without a question. One of the things that you will look at and note is that there's a bit more legs in there. She's going to finish strong, right? I mean, you're not going to just necessarily go super easy, but she doesn't have the pressure of having to put on just a throwdown sprint. But definitely her stroke rate is up from what we've seen throughout the race. She's bringing more legs into the equation, but she's just extending her lead stroke by stroke. And it is yet once again a phenomenal performance by Claire. Claire, who had really strong showings last year in Fort Myers under very different and difficult conditions. But today
and we do see her bringing on the legs now to the final sprint, trying to catch one of the male swimmers and just going right by him. Little, perhaps, display of strength there from Claire Weinstein in the final shoot.
I think most swimmers will attest. You put something next to you, you're always going to try to go a bit harder, right? That's into the corner eye. You don't want to put something there. So that was a great swim by Claire.
And we'll double check the number here, but I'm pretty sure that is Claire Stuhlmacher, Nova of Virginia, 462, touching second.
Keep going. You got one more.
Stuhlmacher with a great swim through that as well. She's going to be somebody we definitely want to keep an eye on in open water swimming. She just raced so good, so composed throughout that entire race alongside with Claire. Applejean and Sandpipe just coming on real strong. Now we've seen Applejean pop up now, like you tend to see at national events, and her name is becoming more and more recognizable. So here she is with a fantastic 7.5K.
Yeah, pause for a second. Don't do anything, just pause. You got someone coming right back.
Izzy Wilson, South Florida, just right behind her.
Correct. Pause for a second. You got another one coming. Pause. All right, halfway down the chute, by himself.
Bryn Stoneberg there, 459, looks to be rounding out the top 5. The 17-year-old in the green cap from Treasure Coast Aquatics. Again, we'll let athletes get through here and make sure that we double and triple check all the final touches. We've got that video review going on from United Sports Services. Fantastic work they do to ensure accurate results here. And then we'll have award ceremonies for your top 8 finishers, leading off with the men. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have got your top 8 swimmers identified. Athletes finishing in the top 8, if you could please make your way to the roll call area. The awards will be presented at the 5 Open Water National Championship teardrop-shaped flags besides the white tents where we had the check-in. Top 8 swimmers, please report to the awards staging area. We'll have the men's junior national 7.5K up first. And presenting the awards will be Andrea Kelly. Here we go with your 8th place finisher. 2023 USA Swimming Open Water Junior Nationals and the 7.5K from Team Santa Monica Aquatics, Zach Tower. Seventh place finisher from Texas Gold, Bucky Geddes. Finishing in 6th place and representing New Wave Swim Team, Sam Marsteiner. Fifth place finisher, Nation's Capital Swim Club, Charlie Greenwood. Finishing in 4th place, representing Sandpipers of Nevada, Gabriel Mantufel. In 3rd place, from Petty Aquatic Association, Luke Brennan. Silver medalist from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Luke Whitlock. And your 2023 USA Swimming Junior National Champion in the 7.5K open water event, representing Laker Swim, Ryan Erisman. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating your top finishers in the Junior National 7.5K, led by your champion, Ryan Erisman. Staging now for the women's awards ceremony. Top 8 finishers in the Junior National 7.5K. Please start making your way to the roll call area. Thank you. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to direct your attention to the 5 teardrop-shaped flags as we would like to award your top 8 finishers of the Junior National 7.5K, leading off with your 8th place finisher from Crimson Aquatics, Hazel Muhidin. Once again, 8th place finisher, 448, Hazel Muhidin. Congratulations, Hazel. In 7th place, representing area Tallahassee Aquatic Club, Cher Patrick. Finishing in 6th place from Treasure Coast Aquatics, Bryn Stoneberg. Fifth place finisher, South Florida Aquatic Club, Izzy Wilson. Fourth place, Sandpipers of Nevada, Sienna Savarda. Third place, representing the Sarasota Sharks, Lily Milbaum. Your second place finisher, Nova of Virginia Aquatics, Claire Stolmacher. And your 2023 USA Swimming Junior National Champion in the open water 7.5K, representing Sandpipers of Nevada, Claire Weinstein. There you have them, ladies and gentlemen, your top 8 finishers from the 7.5K. Once again, let's hear it for your top 8 finishers, led by your champion, Claire Weinstein. Well, that does it for us here, your Open Water Nationals from Sarasota, Florida. Thank you to Nathan Benderson Park. This has been a fantastic venue for these races. We look forward to seeing you at our next event. It'll be the Tier Pro Swim Series in Mission Viejo. That'll start on May 17th. And leading up to our international team trials, the Phillips 66 National Championships, June 27th to July 1st in Indianapolis, Indiana. Once again, thank you for being a part of our competitions here over the last 3 days. We look forward to seeing you all once again. Please travel safely and have a wonderful rest of the weekend.